I was diagnosed with typical bulimia when I was 15 years old and slowly have been recovering through therapy and my nutritionist help throughout the years. And while I believe that body image issues play a significant role in how it started, I think that it truly stemmed from wanting to be seen. Not seen as skinny or beautiful, but just generally wanting to be seen and known. It sounds counterintuitive, wanting to be smaller in order to be seen, but it's one of those irrational thoughts that builds this kind of confidence. In my family or community, I've never been the best at something. You know, there was always a cousin or family friend that was better or more talented than you, and then you weren't known for your best qualities anymore. You're known for your worst: fatness and indulgence and jealousy. When I couldn't be the best, I didn't want to be anything at all. And then I started to become invisible. And when that happened, I found that purging was a way to take out the bad within me, because I thought that all the worst was stuck inside of me. But when I was purging, and I've been purging for years, I couldn't help but feel weightless. And this might be awful to say, but a part of what drove my eating disorder was wanting attention. I wanted attention.
In the 7th grade, my first girlfriend of 1 month broke up with me. After this, I began to feel less than my body appearance. I slowly stopped eating for about 2 to 3 months. I started off by skipping breakfast, then I started skipping lunch, and I would eat as little as I could at dinner without my parents noticing. I kept a log of anything I ate, and the less food I had on that day, the better I'd feel. I even counted water on that list. After a few months, I told my mom about it, and I started eating lunch again, but never breakfast. Now in my junior year, I still don't eat breakfast. At the same time all that was happening, I started wearing oversized clothing. I still haven't stopped wearing it, but I do now have a few tighter shirts in my wardrobe. I was never officially medically diagnosed with an eating disorder, so looking back at it now, I think it was more disordered eating than anything.
I always felt weak and ugly, so I started working out. It got better now, but I'm still constantly comparing myself to other athletic bodies.
I found out about my eating disorder after I had an injury due to malnutrition. I was diagnosed with ARFID after finding this out. It made everything make a lot more sense. For years I was seen as picky, but in my head, it was a real fear. I would cry at the thought of eating and lost lots of weight, but now I'm in recovery and doing very well. I have had a love-hate relationship with my body image throughout my life. When I was a toddler, I was actually pretty chubby, but the older I got, the pickier I became, which made me get skinnier over time. Adults would always tell me to eat more, especially my mom. She would always make fun of me for being skinny, and it made me hate that part of myself. I still hold some resentment towards myself for that, but it's gotten better, I think. Over time, I realized that it's just how I am, and eventually found out that I'm not the only person who struggles with that, which comforted me.
I know this is unique, but I abused the chemicals and vapes to suppress my appetite and became obsessed with losing weight and not eating to impress the guy I liked. Newsflash, it did nothing. I was so depressed and cold all the time, and it was really lonely. But after I quit nicotine, I got so much better and happier, especially with the help of the people around me too. They are so sweet. Body image issues was something that came and went throughout middle school. However, in high school, it morphed into something much more extreme. I went through very unhealthy lengths to achieve my body goals, and once I was at them, I felt like it wasn't enough, so I kept going. I'm in a much better place now, about a year later, but it's still something I struggle with daily. Though I'm not logging the calories of every meal, I still wonder how many are in each one. Though I don't go days without eating, I still skip breakfast on a day I feel like I should. Not exactly a healthy mindset, but it's progress. I've discussed this with very few people: my therapist, my mom, a partner, and a close friend. I feel the stigma is strong, and sometimes I fear that everyone speculates about me. Of course, that's not true, but then I look back at photos of when I looked much sicker and realized people definitely had to be noticing. The thought of that scares me. the stigma surrounding eating disorders is something that should be torn down, because I shouldn't feel like I was in the wrong for making people uncomfortable, as my anxious brain tells me. I was sick, sad, and didn't know what else to do during such a depressing time in my life. Like I said, I'm in a much better place now, and I hope someday to say, hey, I've had or have had an eating disorder without feeling bad for saying it.
Thank you all so much for filling out our anonymous Eat the Stigma questionnaire and sharing your story with us. I hope that we are able to raise some awareness, promote understanding, and support those who suffer from eating disorders, body dysmorphia, or similar struggles within our school and our community. We truly appreciate you all. Your problems are valid. Your feelings are valid. Your struggles are valid. If you would like to share your story or another story with us, please fill out the Eat the Stigma questionnaire, which you can find on the Eat the Stigma Instagram at Eat the Stigma. You do not have to go through your struggles alone, and we are here to listen to you. We may not exactly understand what you're going through, but we can listen and help spread awareness. Your worth will never be defined by your body, your weight, your food choices. You are an important individual. And thank you for being you. Thank you so much if you made it this far to the end of the short film. We truly do appreciate you guys. Be sure to fill out the survey if you haven't, if you would like your story to get shared, and follow us to help join the movement. Let's eat the stigma surrounding eating disorders, body dysmorphia, and similar struggles. You have a voice. Let's let it be heard. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and I hope to see y'all soon in the next one.